Mueller report already told everyone that there was absolutely nothing. But one thing that he did, sent a message to Obama. Remember, Obama was behind all this. He knew that there was spying going on because he authorized it. He knew all of this. And Trump decided, you know something? I'm going to send a message to Obama that it's coming to an end. And we'll be getting into that a little bit later in this report. But first, I wanted to start off with the Senate Democrats. Now, they put up a poll to show what type of Supreme Court justices the U.S. really wants. They asked a simple question, and they said, do you want more Supreme Court justices like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, or do you want more justices like Brett Kavanaugh? Now, of course, what they were trying to do is they were trying to say, listen, we want more justices like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. We know that Trump has to fill additional seats. And what the
Let's look at this poll. 71%, 29. Let's get into some of this other stuff. This is what it really showed, and they got rid of the poll.
Democrats faces. Mifsud was not in fact working with the Russians, but was connected to Western intelligence instead. Mueller letter, they wanted the letter leaked to make Barr look bad. Take a listen to what Dan had to say.
To come May 15th.
All right, so he says it's going to blow up. See what happens.
Faces. There are two key questions Republicans should ask of Mueller here. The first should be, when exactly did you conclude via your investigation that collusion was a hoax? The answer is going to be telling because remember, Brian, his first hire, Bob Mueller, on his team is Andrew Weissman, a Department of Justice lawyer who had already been briefed about the provenance of the dossier, where it came from. So if he knew it was a political document, when precisely did he tell Mueller this? The second key question is, why is your report so light on the details about Joseph Mifsud? If Joseph Mifsud is connected to the Russians and told George Papadopoulos, a Trump team member, allegedly about Russian information on the Democrats and Hillary, then why is your report so light on details about him? And I believe the answer is because Joseph Mifsud was not in fact working with the Russians, but was connected to Western intelligence, in other words, friendlies instead.
He's got no Russian connections. Yeah. Zero.
I also hope, Dan, that somebody on the committee asks Mr. Mueller, hey, by the way, who wrote that letter that you sent to Bob Barr? Because, you know, their conversation on the phone was very cordial, but the letter was, as Mr. Barr said, a little snitty.
Yeah, there seems to be some significant cognitive dissonance here. Mueller tells, Barr's already admitted they're friends, right? Bill Barr, I'm not putting words in his mouth, that Mueller called him. He said the letter wasn't inaccurate, but they were concerned a bit about the media coverage. So, yeah, you're right. That is a good, well, who on your team then was so concerned? Yeah. And why didn't you just pick up the phone rather than putting it down on paper? The answer is obvious. They wanted the letter leaked to make Barr look bad.
Now, I do believe that Mueller should testify, and it looks like the House Judiciary, they set a date. Risk the welfare of the world. Why money? Organized plan by BC and HRC, which is Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. Carried out by Hussein. Remember, Clinton ran against Hussein. Uranium One donations to the Clinton Foundation. $1.7 billion in cash transfer to Iran. 4 routes, 5 planes. Did the total withdrawal actually depart EU? Why EU? Define bribe, define kickback. Special interest groups. What U.S.-EU companies immediately closed large deals in Iran's post-deal? Cross-check companies against political and foundation payments. Define bribe, define kickback. Why are people panicking about Iran deal pullout? They never thought she would lose. Truth coming. Post 1454. Leaders of EU only care about protecting flow of money, not the safety and security of their people. World. Iran deal orchestrated for the sole purpose of lifting sanctions blockade to allow access of foreign business for individual and company-wide arrangement. Scam. Nothing to do with nukes. Cover. Hussein pallets of cash. Hussein secret authority to convert U.S. dollar. More coming. No mainstream coverage. Got popcorn? Post 1822. And the reason why I bring post 1822 into this. This was back in August 6, 2018, because everyone thought we were going to war, and everyone still thinks we're going to war with North Korea or Iran or Venezuela. And I want to read this because Q has told us that this is all fake news. Fake news. POTUS will cause war with North Korea. Fake news. POTUS will cause war with Iran. Fake news. POTUS will destroy the world. On and on. Knowingly false. Fear and scare push. Everything that you're hearing that we're going to war, we are not going to war. Post 3325. Why would a president of the United States, Hussein, assign renegade as his United States Secret Service code name? Define renegade. A person who deserts and betrays an organization, country, or set of principles. Synonyms: traitor, defector, deserter, turncoat, betrayer. Adjective: renegade, having treacherously changed allegiance.
This is what Obama is. I'm going to leave it here, edit this, and go there from there today.